If Barkov's there, he's mine.
This is a covert operation to destroy Barkov's gas lab. Nikolai's on the inside. He'll provide the explosives. 2 teams will infiltrate. Garrick and I will plant charges on the pipeline. Farah and Alex, you'll get a detonator from Nikolai and rig the main furnace. When the charges are set, get a safe distance and bring it down. Their support from Laswell paves the way. The rest is up to us.
Troops in the open outside the bridge. Copper fire.
Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to the end of Modern Warfare, the 2019 version. You know, I think that's something I didn't really think about while pushing onward with the story, is the creation of the gas. Like I assumed that there's just a specified load of gas that was stolen, and that was the important part, but not necessarily. But not necessarily who's producing it, and that was definitely something very important to consider because, like, the Russians' possession of the gas, they didn't just happen to have it. They had to acquire it from somewhere. And if they didn't get it from somewhere else, then they had to make it. And that also becomes very problematic. Though I find the idea that Barkov is like that's the main facility. Like this is the main facility for producing the gas that is run by Barkov. I feel is like a convenient. Oh no, my controller batteries are low. 1 second while I fix that. Alright, now that's done, let's go back to lasering targets from a vast distance away. And maybe shooting a guy. Just 1. Maybe 2. 3? Can we go for 3? Nope, just 2. This is a very useful tank. You know, I wonder exactly how many things are destructive in this area. Because, like, Call of Duty games aren't necessarily known... Oh, crap. Ah, damn it. I was hoping to crawl away fast enough, but I'm guessing the grenade was continuously rolling towards me. Also, I was as I was saying how useful that APC is. Apparently, it's an APC, not a tank. That seems relatively problematic. Oh, there we go. That took a few tries. I'm sorry, but I do not want your grenades. I'm going to, unfortunately, have to immediately re-gift them. Oh, and I should also remember that I have a noob tube, so... So I probably should use that, as that'll probably make this... Oh, hello. Oh, nope, that's an ally. It's a good thing I only shot him a couple times. You know, it's a flesh wound. You can get away with hitting your allies and just wounding them. Oh, that was still an ally. Whoops, sorry, dude. Oh, no. That's the problem with when your uniforms are constantly changing from one mission. No, my gosh. Did I just charge into the fire? That's the problem with having so many missions where, like, the uniform is changing from one mission to the next. Who's... Where are my allies in this? Don't I have people fighting with me? Or are they just kind of like concentrated on the enemies that are really far away? Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh. Sir, why are you hiding in front of cover? That seems to be against the idea. Okay, back in it. It was touch and go for a second there. Ah. Ah. Oh, I didn't actually have to do that much to deal with that guy. There we go. Nope. There we go.
Target 40 meters out.
I don't know how useful this sniper rifle is necessarily going to... I spoke too soon. This sniper rifle is going to be very useful. Almost immediately useful. Haha. Who is... Oh.
Clear.
Are we clear? I probably should put this grenade launcher away before I enter some narrow hall.
This is your start line. Find your way to neutralize the charges.
Let's go to work.
We'll get there.
You know, I wonder if Barkov is actually going to be here, or if this is also the intended beginning of a longer story.
They're well armed for a lab. Everyone, fan out!
Thank you for giving me a new gun. Huh? And I will apparently need it immediately. It appears that that they have the high ground. It worked for Obi-Wan. It worked for the bad guys in the movie The Rock. There we go. Why was he throwing a grenade like 2 feet away from his target? Oh. Aha, take that.
Moving up, second level.
Cat. Unfortunately, in death, I turned away from whoever hit me.
Moving up, second level.
Who's... Okay, we killed each other, which is unfortunate. I don't know why my allies did not follow me.
Moving up, second level.
But it seems like the allies in this game have competing AIs. Either one, they don't follow you, or two, they follow you so hard they're bowling you over. Okay, I didn't even know there was a path on the other side of here. I'm getting too focused on what's directly in front of me that I'm losing sight of my peripherals. Alright, let's get rid of this. Ooh, hold on. Yeah. You know, you don't really see this specific type of shotgun very often in games. You usually see the typical, like, combat shotgun, the sawed-off, but very rarely the ones with the, like, with the cylinder reloading. The only one that really, the only game that comes to mind where you have that specific type of gun, that specific type of shotgun, is Max Payne 2. That's Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Come quickly, get to the charges.
Oh, now everybody's shoving me out of the way.
The detonator will start the chain reaction.
Load the furnace, the rest follows.
Correct. Don't lose it.
I'll try to hold back.
Barkov is a stain on my country. It will not stand.
Спасибо, Nikolai.
Again, that presents the idea that Barkov is like you're fighting against Russians, but Barkov himself is a separate, like he's separate from the leader, separate from the president. I have, Alright. What does that button actually do? Other than make mist. But yeah, like in Max Payne 2, it is a fantastic shotgun, simply because of how many shotgun shells you can reload in rapid succession in slow motion. Very nice of you all for dropping tons of grenades. Okay, I just wounded him. It was just a flesh wound. Oh no, I don't want that. There we go. Whereas you're usually, yeah, your standard shotgun is usually the oh, hello. Usually you'll have to spend the time reloading individual shells. You'll have to spend the time... Do I need to shoot this guy from the back? I don't even know if he was even in my line of sight for that one. I guess I have to just assume that. Also, with the detonator damage, that seems problematic. Oh, that's what it causes. Apparently the answer is yes. Do I have to... do like a takedown, or... No, no, I'm good. Running away. Where is he? Maybe... Okay. I'm not entirely sure what killed me there. This is a very confusing fight. Like, am I just supposed to keep hitting him a whole bunch of times? And then hope for the best? Like, this is where life bars, like, it would be game break, like, story breaking, or... Alright, where did... And now I can't see. Oh. There we go. I can't see where I'm supposed to be hiding. Okay. Am I supposed to be using a specific weapon against this guy? Like the incendiary shotgun. Oh, that's it. Alright. Unfortunately, it appears that the detonator's damaged, which means that probably there's going to be the obligatory scene in which somebody has to sacrifice themselves in order to save everybody else. That person is probably going to be Hadir, who has been captured and brought to this very place. But luckily, Alex is not telling anybody.
Lara, we've got a problem.
What is it?
Echo, this is Actual. How copy?
Send traffic, Actual.
Got eyes on General Barkov. I say again, Barkov is moving to the helipad.
Echo's approaching the furnace now, Actual.
Set your charges and move.
Roger, Echo out. You heard him. Let's get it done.
Okay, but now that you've discussed this, you can now say the problem. Nope, he still hasn't told anybody that the detonator is broken. Because it needs to wait for the most dramatic moment.
On it.
Clear. What happened?
Detonator's fucked.
It's dead.
He had one job.
I'll go in there.
And do what?
Ignite the furnace.
You'll never get away in time.
I know what I'm doing.
Farah, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. Because of this poison, my people have known something worse than war. I did not come this far to turn back.
I'm not asking you to turn back. I'm asking you to give me the order.
I won't do that.
Commander, please.
I am not your CO.
Then who is? Because someone needs to light this fire and someone needs to kill Barkov. And you can't do both. I've had an assignment my whole life. This is what I believe in. Give me the order.
You are a freedom fighter, Alex.
That is interesting. The idea that he'll only do it because, like, he's devoted to it to the point where he wants to do it, but he still respects the chain of command.
Go.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck.
Bravo, Echo is set at the furnace.
Are we switching over to Kyle?
The pipeline now.
Set, Sergeant.
No ROEs now, our captain.
Not at all. Starting with that sniper. Got another target southwest.
Grenade launcher and a scar.
That side.
Wow.
Here's the flag for cover.
That is not a very useful scope. Like, that is a very... Okay, that guy was just... You know, that guy had given up on life. He was like, you know what? These guys are gonna get me anyway. Oh, hello. Wow, that... Did that work? No, that did not work. I unloaded 6 grenades on from the grenade launcher on that one guy, and he lived. Oh, and I got to start off specifically. There we go. No, hold on. Who? Oh, hello. Who else is shooting at me? Everybody else. Everybody else is shooting at me. Yeah, the scope is bad on this. It's only got... It's only got 20 shots. God, jeez. There we go.
Keep pushing, Kyle.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we have a little bit of cover. Oh, let's swap out this empty grenade launcher too. To an incendiary shotgun. Why not? You know, that seems absolutely horrible to use as a weapon. Like, it's like, hey, what kind of weapon can we use to make sure that the people we fight against die in horrible amounts of pain?
Alright, set the charges, let's go.
How about let's have a weapon that not only tears their body apart.
Say again. Barkov is wheeled up.
I will not be ignored. Once again, it's presenting the idea that... Okay. War, proxy war. Noun. A war instigated by a major power which does not itself want to be ignored. Okay. Okay, I can't press the stab button. What is the game expecting me to do? Okay. So I don't just melee him. This is a very confusing sequence. Alright. What on earth is that? Okay, I'm just gonna skip to whenever I somehow figure out what this game is expecting me to do at this specific moment in time. Let's just kill Barkov. Like, how does... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that was very intuitive, I guess. Not for much longer, sir.
I told you, Father, a long time ago. Your country breeds terrorists.
Ah, you're a terrorist.
There is only one terrorist here. A baby.
Yeah. I don't know where she's standing at that. Okay, the camera decided to move.
What's the status?
Captain, Barkov is dead.
Also, that pilot is like really set on following his orders.
Affirmative, sir.
Alex,
I'm not getting out of here. Let's do this.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All clear, Captain.
And I'm sure everybody else is like, oh, so what's happening with Alex?
Mother Russia would approve. Where to?
Ah, Nikolai was flying.
Home.
Tea.
Yeah, well, I'm a long way from her.
Tea time. Ah, Captain Price in regular casual clothing.
Did they? He's dead.
You took a big bite out of that problem, John.
For now. But left unchecked.
It won't be. General Shepard pulled the files you asked for. What exactly is this about?
A task force.
We already have loose ends.
Then I will tie them.
I can fund assets, not outlaws.
Enjoy the tea, then.
Sakaya wants Barkov's throne.
The empty seat.
Macmillan.
That was the father.
There's of course going to be a power struggle.
His son, Victor.
Victor Barkov?
Family.
They're big fans.
Oh yeah, the family that survived.
He's still alive.
They're gonna get him out.
Then give me what I need.
Who's your crew?
Sergeant Garrick.
Kyle?
They call him Gaz. He never said anything. John
Is
Tavish.
Is that yeah, soap?
Demolitions goes by soap.
Why?
It's classified. There he is. Simon Riley.
I don't know who that is. That's
There's no
some
picture.
Never. Now the rest. That's neat to know.
All right, so there's definitely
What are you calling this task?
crossover in between the original
4-1.
between the original Modern Warfare trilogy and this one. Though I wonder if at this point, does this mean that they're essentially going to be going through like the whole plot of, like, with Modern Warfare's 1, 2, and 3, you've got the first one establishing the fight against Sokolov. The gunrunner Makarov creates the war between America and Russia, and then there's the finale to the dispute, along with the death of Makarov at the end of Modern Warfare 3. So I wonder if this is kind of leading through that arc, but slower, taking its time. For one, so that they could stretch that story out over multiple games, because I like when they were making Modern Warfare 1, when they were making Modern Warfare 2, like Call of Duty had only really begun to be the machine that it is today. Like Call of Duty has been a yearly franchise pretty much since the original, since it was doing World War II games. But by the time you got to like Modern Warfare 1 and then Modern Warfare 2, like there wasn't even a consideration that there was going to be 3 companies working side by side and having one company release each year to stretch out that development cycle. So it would make sense to have a story that's told over a longer span of time, instead of, say, something like Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, which jump very far. Like, each Black Ops game jumps very far ahead of the previous one in time. So much so that there's almost no recurring characters. There's no recurring characters from Black Ops 1 and 2 to number 3. I'm probably wrong about that since it's been a while, but now, like, the idea is, like, okay, so this almost acts as a prequel to Modern Warfare, so to Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because it sets the political stage. And that's something that is more or less missing from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. The question becomes, like, the question I had with Modern Warfare 2, and the problem I had with it, was the airport scene. And it wasn't necessarily the violence in the airport scene. It was the fact that would lead to World War III. There are so many issues with why that wouldn't. Like, was there no security footage that showed multiple people? Would the Russians not know who Makarov is? Why would the CIA agent underneath who's working to infiltrate Makarov's plans, why would he just go along with the airport massacre? Like, eventually, like, has he gotten so deep that he no longer recognizes himself as a CIA agent, but as a criminal? But if he does recognize himself as a CIA agent, like, why does he just go guns a-blazing with everybody else? And if he doesn't go guns a-blazing, which you can choose not to, you can choose to go through the airport scene and not shoot anybody, but you also don't have the option to shoot the people you're with. And if you tried that, and if you just killed one of them, that would have stopped the rest of the storyline. So it becomes a little odd that it would jump straight... For me, it would be a little odd why it would jump straight to World War III. So I feel as though, like, stretching the story out over multiple games allows that political tension to build up from one game to the next. Like, what does it mean for General Barkov to be dead? What does that mean to the whole to the nation of Russia? What is what's going on with Farah's rebellion? So that's interesting where this story is going to go. Although it's clearly going to be another 3 years before we get another Modern Warfare. We'll have to see what Sledgehammer Games and what Treyarch are up to in the meantime. Otherwise, that was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I liked it. I thought it was a really well done campaign, aside from the final boss, which was just like, they were expecting, like, they mapped out one path for you to take. His stealth detection was very odd. Like, it seemed like he was looking away from you, but at the same time, it also seemed like he wasn't. But no, otherwise I felt it was a really well done campaign. It was very interesting. It kind of crosses over a lot of similar lines as Jack Ryan's Season 1. But that's okay, because those are interesting lines to cross. I think it does a very, like... Call of Duty is a very event themed game. It's a very almost like going to a theme park where every level is a different ride. And it does succeed in regards to presenting interesting rides that are also varied and different from the ones before and after it. It has those bigger moments where you're charging into facilities, guns ablazing, smaller moments where you're going through these claustrophobic halls at night, nothing but your night vision goggles to light the way. But it was a really well done campaign. It had a surprising amount of character development, especially for Farah and Hadir, and their own, and the entire idea, like the morality of war. What is the morality of war? Is there a morality of war? And that's something that Captain Price states, is the line is drawn where you set it, where you choose to set it. If you choose to move the line, then that is where the line is. It is that morality in war is subjective to where you see it. And even though he suggests for Farah to take the high ground, and Farah takes the high ground by opposing the use of gas-based weapons, though there's plenty of reasons why she should oppose them. He does also include the Butcher's family members in regards to attempting to get information out of him. Though, at the same time, consider the fact, like, the Butcher, like, he killed a mother, he killed a child. Like, to the Butcher, like, he would kill other people's families, wholesale. Why does his family deserve any greater protection? And that is a very specific line that once you place it and you cross it, does that mean can you cross back, or have you just pushed that line farther away? And whatever you've considered as morality, whatever you've considered as that subjective morality has changed. Are you no longer on the high ground? But like with Farah, it makes much more sense why she would choose not to use the gas-based weapons, because those gas-based weapons destroy her home, her people, not just the enemies involved. Having the high ground means something more than just fighting the bad guy and winning. It means something more than morality. It is also protecting the land that she is fighting for. And the fact that I'm saying all of this about a Call of... Oh, hello. What? I keep forgetting that sometimes there are levels at the end of, Call of Duty games. Huh.
City's under evacuation. Alcatala's got complete control.
This place was nice once.
Well, it's not anymore.
East and West rebuilt Verdansk after the Cold War.
AQ didn't like that cooperation. Now they've got armor, heavy weapons.
Where do they get armor? Where do they get heavy weapons?
Someone new.
Sokolov?
Nice hit. What's his name?
We don't know, but he's got friends in high places.
This is Russian intel. Where did we get this?
My counterpart in Moscow.
The CIA working with the FSB.
Not the first time.
Kamarov.
Captain Price.
Kamarov, eh?
Been a bad boy.
From you, that's a compliment.
Please. We're all friends here. I owed you. For Beirut.
Sergeant Kamarov is going to help conduct this operation.
These new weapons give Alcatala's the power to turn acts of terror into acts of war. That's the problem. for everyone.
We're launching a multilateral force to hunt AQ.
Okay, this is an interesting. I wasn't expecting this specific kind of direction from it.
Start up your teams. Let's operate.
Yeah, hard squint. So yeah, what I was going to say before we went into the other story is it's just there's a lot of interesting questions that are being raised by the game. The story continues in Special Ops. Aww. Does this mean I have to keep playing the game?
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.